There's a quote often attributed to Henry Kissinger that says, "To be a country, you need three things: an army, a currency, and a national soccer team." Now, you can't officially have a national football team, or at least one that can qualify for the World Cup, unless FIFA says so. Something that's proving to be a potent political issue for one previously ignored but now coveted territory desperate to join: Greenland. Greenland is the largest island in the world, 3 times the size of Texas, but with a population of just 55,000 people. It has historically been largely uninhabitable due to the harsh winters, where temperatures can plummet to -60 degrees and barely hit double figures even in midsummer. A huge 3-kilometer thick ice shelf, the size of Mexico, takes up 80% of the land. The only permanent human settlers, including the capital of Nuuk, can be found on the coast. Now, Greenland was recolonized by Denmark in the 18th century and has been a territory within the Kingdom of Denmark ever since. The Greenland FA was formed in 1971 and the national team played its first game in 1980, a 6-0 defeat to the Faroe Islands, another territory within the Kingdom of Denmark. But because it's not a member of UEFA or FIFA, the national team plays infrequently. Greenland's most recent game was a 5-0 defeat to Turkmenistan last June in a friendly in Antalya in Turkey. Their previous game, a year before that, was a 5-1 loss to Shetland at the 2023 Island Games. The harsh conditions mean there's a lack of grass pitches. Well, there's only one, in Igaliku, on the southern tip, where grass can grow in the summer. The game traditionally was played on gravel pitches. But despite this, football is still by far Greenland's most popular sport. 10% of the country's entire population are registered footballers. Some football clubs have existed since the 1930s, and there's been an island-wide football competition since the 1950s. There is a league, which has to be played over 1 week in the summer, as there are no roads or railways between settlements in Greenland and air travel is prohibitively expensive. 10 teams were slated to compete at the 2024 Greenland Football Championship, locally known as the GM, in the host city of Qeqertarsuaq, but 3 had to pull out of the tournament due to difficulties arranging transportation. B67 Nuuk beat Nagdlunquaq 48, 3-1, and remain the most decorated team in the island's history. And since the 1990s, the Greenland FA has expressed a desire to join UEFA, and then FIFA, just like the Faroe Islands did, a territory with the same status within Denmark as Greenland. But Greenland has faced seemingly insurmountable issues. The first is climate and the lack of suitable pitches. Although then FIFA President Sepp Blatter travelled to Greenland in 2010 to inaugurate its first ever artificial pitch, the 2,000 capacity national stadium in Nuuk fell below UEFA and FIFA standards. A new stadium has been proposed, but has been caught up in funding concerns. But the bigger problem is political. In recent years, several territories that struggle to find international recognition have found success at being recognised by FIFA. In 1998, one of Blatter's first acts as FIFA president was to recognise Palestine, even though it has not been recognised by the UN Security Council. In 2016, UEFA and FIFA recognised Gibraltar, a British overseas territory that Spain has long claimed. Spain had warned that it would pull Barcelona and Real Madrid out of the UEFA Champions League if Gibraltar was admitted, but it proved an empty threat. In the same year, despite opposition from Russia and Serbia, Kosovo was also recognised by UEFA and FIFA. And the controversies and legal fights over the latter 2 cases in particular meant that UEFA, and from the summer of 2024, FIFA, now have a requirement that any new member has to first be an independent nation. And although independence from Denmark is frequently discussed in Greenland and supported by the majority of the population, that door had appeared to have been shut for the foreseeable future. Until US President Donald Trump got involved. Now, during his successful presidential re-election campaign in 2024, Trump restated a desire to buy Greenland from Denmark. He even mentioned it in a recent address to Congress. "We will keep you safe, we will make you rich, and together we will take Greenland to heights like you've never thought possible before," he said. "I think we're going to get it. One way or the other, we're going to get it." Now, Greenland's new importance to the United States is partly down to its strategic location and partly down to climate change. As Greenland warms and its massive ice sheet retreats, there is a huge mineral bounty to be discovered. There are potentially hundreds of billions of dollars in unexploited deposits of rare earth minerals and materials, including uranium and gold. A 2023 survey by the European Commission found that large deposits of 25 of 34 minerals deemed critical raw minerals were found in Greenland. And Trump's focus on Greenland has reinvigorated the island's independence movement and its attempts to join FIFA. In May 2024, Greenland officially requested to join the North and Central American Soccer Confederation, CONCACAF, by sending a letter to its General Secretary. CONCACAF, unlike UEFA and FIFA, allows unrecognised territories to join. That move had initially been ignored by CONCACAF, which didn't even acknowledge the receipt of the application. But now, with the US eager to move Greenland away from Europe and towards the American sphere of influence, the application is being taken seriously. At the start of 2025, the General Secretary invited the Greenland FA to a meeting in London to discuss their application. But of course, even joining CONCACAF doesn't automatically lead to FIFA recognition, now that it requires full independence for membership. However, that might not be as insurmountable a hurdle as in the past. FIFA President Gianni Infantino has met Trump several times and was invited to his inauguration in January. He has frequently praised him, saying that together we will not only make America great again, but also the entire world, of course, because football, or soccer, unites the world. Infantino has also shown that he's willing to ignore or bypass FIFA rules to bend decision-making in favour of powerful allies. Saudi Arabia, for example, won the right to stage the 2034 Men's World Cup after a series of decisions by FIFA essentially gave its members just one choice. There wasn't even a proper vote. Instead, the decision was made by acclamation via Zoom. So in April, the Greenland FA and CONCACAF will meet to discuss the island's footballing future. Membership would unlock millions of dollars of infrastructure investment, especially in full-sized indoor pitches, so that soccer could be played in Greenland all year round. And Iceland has proved what a nation with a tiny population can achieve with the right investment. The invitation is not related to the current geopolitical interest in Greenland, insisted Kenneth Kleist, head of the Greenland FA. But if Greenland is accepted by CONCACAF, there would be celebrations in Nuuk and the White House. It would be a power move and a football move that Henry Kissinger would have been proud of. If you like this video, please consider subscribing to the channel. The Athletic is home to some of the world's best sports journalists, including David Ornstein, Daniel Taylor, Ollie Kay, Amy Lawrence and James Horncastle. With the latest transfer news and insight on every Premier League football story that matters, theathletic.com puts you inside football. And you can try it for free now for 30 days. See the link in the description.